Viral hepatitis. What is it? Well, basically, viral hepatitis is the inflammation and damage to the liver resulting from the transmission of viral particles. More specifically, viral hepatitis is classed into 5 categories: A, B, C, D, and E, with classifications based on factors such as route of transmission, incubation period, serology profiles, and viral genome.
Hepatitis A and E are transmitted primarily by the fecal-oral route, such as the ingestion of contaminated water, whilst B, C, and D all exhibit blood-borne transmission, such as via unsafe needle stick practices or exposure to an infectious person's blood. Additionally, hepatitis B and E can be transmitted from mother to child during birth. In terms of incubation periods, which is the time from infection to the onset of symptoms, hepatitis A, C, D, and E infections may appear from as early as 2 weeks, with most cases of A, D, and E infection showing symptoms from within 2 months of infection. Hepatitis B has a larger scope, with the average incubation period falling around 75 days. In regards to viral genomes, classes A, C, and E all present with single-stranded positive sense RNA. Contrastingly, B and D have circular genomes, with B consisting of partially double-stranded DNA, whilst D is completely double-stranded RNA. But how do we diagnose which a patient is infected with? Well, this comes down to a basic serology profile. All types can be detected by their respective antibodies, but specific immunoglobulins, such as IgMs, can also be detected in some cases, such as with A, B, D, and E, to highlight recent infections.
Now, before we get too overwhelmed with different types of hepatitis, let's just focus on hepatitis C to wrap our heads around how this virus works. First off, how many people and what group specifically does this virus impact?
Well, a 2015 study found there were 10,790 new cases in Australia, of which 66% were accounted for by males. Moreover, 9% of cases were accounted for by Indigenous people, as well as 59% of cases not indicating Indigenous status, which reflects a disproportionate burden of disease, given Indigenous populations make up 3% of total population. Furthermore, New South Wales exhibited the highest percentage of general infection and progression through chronic stages, which leads to our next point: what pathophysiological processes allow this virus to exert its effects? HCV reaches the liver via circulation, and entry into the hepatocyte requires at least 4 host-derived factors, including CD81, which acts as a viral receptor. Once inside the cell, the capsid and nuclear envelope are released, allowing the RNA genome to interact with the endoplasmic reticulum to undergo transcription and translation, which produces a polyprotein, which is then cleaved into 10 fragments to produce structural and non-structural proteins. Non-structural proteins have key roles in viral propagation. But why isn't the virus destroyed via normal systems? Although there are multiple aspects that allow HCV to survive, the prime aspect of evasion is the non-structural 3,4-A proteins that act as proteases cleaving riplet, MABs, and TRIF, which essentially inhibits the host's ability to transduce the RIG1 MDA5 signals, which are critical for first-line defense. With the innate immune system beat, the majority of cases develop to become chronic conditions, characterized by the onset of fibrosis, which may lead to cirrhosis and HCC. Onset of fibrosis is governed by sustained chronic inflammation, which is caused by prolonged oxidative stress and the upregulation of COX-2 by non-structural 5A, which sustains inflammation by production of prostaglandins. Now that we understand the underlying processes, let's link this to some symptoms that may arise. In the acute phase, there are commonly very little, if any, symptoms related to the virus. First symptoms to arise are commonly extrahepatic and involve the joints, muscles, and skin, as well as general symptoms such as fatigue, appetite loss, nausea, and vomiting, all of which are linked to general liver dysfunction. Upon moving to the chronic phase, symptoms become more noticeable as damage to the liver proceeds, owing to the effects of cirrhosis. Important symptoms include portal hypertension, because cirrhosis slows the normal flow of blood through the liver, swelling in the legs, edema, and abdomen ascites, resulting from the liver's inability to make enough of certain blood proteins such as albumin, hepatic encephalopathy. Damaged liver cannot clear toxins from the blood as efficiently as required. These toxins build up in the brain and cause mental confusion and difficulty concentrating, as well as jaundice, which is the yellowing of the skin and eyes and is a massive sign of liver dysfunction as bilirubin begins to accumulate in the body.
With such mild symptoms presenting for many years, the reality that hepatitis C may remain undiagnosed in many people for years is a scary thought, but I hope this video has encouraged you to become more aware of the reality this tricky virus presents in the modern world. Thank you.